Konbanwa, my Asiatic fellows. Yep, I'm sick again. Brilliant. It's going to be one of those streams when he sniffles like a bitch. There we are. I'd like to tell everybody I'm training to be an athlete for the Bitch Olympics. I aim to win gold. How you doing there, Vulcan? Good to have you. Hello there, silly chickens. Yeah, how sick? Not Rona sick. Not Rona sick. Not yet. Not yet. Give it time. Give it time. Oh dear. This background's badass as well, by the way. I don't know who the artist is because I took it off of Reddit, but I should probably credit that, but it's awesome. Got the turn back from Dadman. Apologies about the sniffling. How you doing there, Sicarian? Good to have you, man. Thank you very much for the Patreon pledge as well. That's much appreciated. Ooh, Sicarian. Now, is that like a nod to the Sicarian tank? Or to... is it Captain Sicarius? Or is it just something non-40k and I'm just like trying to make something of it, but it's actually not? I should just turn the volume down 1 second here. Oh, that was loud. Still. Right, should be okay. I can't see the chat now because of the bloody volume mix, so there we are. Okay, everything seems to be okay. Yep, there we are. I was a little bit worried there for a second because that was like what I named the turn. So I'm like, oh no, has it happened again? But it seems not okay. 16th, I think we're good. Okay, moving into 17th. So KB is heading south for the time being. The reason we want to have those rather precious elements, such as the AOs and AKs and stuff like that, we're going to put them off into a pod where they can be better protected. There's a lot of submarines out there as well, so I wanted to give it a bit of time for those submarines just to sort of move around a little bit. He seems to be expected to come in to bombard again, so we'll get our assets out of the way, ideally. And then come back in for bombardment. Fully intend to bombard, probably. It depends on how long it takes us to get back there, but I'd imagine it probably takes about a turn to 2 turns, so probably about a turn we could be back up there. So we'll say 18th of March. I'd like to be bombarding him again. Right, yeah. As you can see, there's a lot of submarines around there. A lot of them. Ooh, was that the Type 2 depth? Oh no, Type 95. I thought it was the Type 2 there for a second. I don't know about. Good to have you, my friend. Doo-doo. Okay. SS Trigger. So I think we saw one submarine heading south there. It looks to be playing it safe and keeping the majority around here, which is not too surprising. Okay. Right, merge, okay. How you doing there, G? Good to have you, my friend. How you doing there, Just? Wake. Wake soon. Wake very soon. I mean, this is it. I'd like to get a few preparatory bombardments in there. I mean, this is it. I think the amphibious date, sorry, the amphibious landing bonus ends. Is it 1st of April or is it like March 30th or something like that? I'm gonna say a few days before that, ideally. A few days before that, I'd imagine. Just a one-off show, but that was the other day. Nothing yet. I miss you too there, G. I don't know how they can lose troops during the loading process. I mean, they're literally in a port. I mean, there's not really a threat there, but okay. Okay, we see O24 there. I think there's a AG at Osthaven, actually. But, well, actually, no, I'm saying that they could just rearm Batavia, what am I about? Probably quicker to head to Batavia as well. Okay. So still could have seen the submarines there. Attacking, no, just spotting there. Okay. Yeah, you can see where he's deploying subs there. So we see ships there, okay. I imagine those are the ones that are returning. Allied float plane. Oh yeah, it's a really nice map mod, actually. Yeah, I really want to get that bloody dot base in the center of Borneo. V-Shoes is a pain in the arse to get to it. It's pain. Now, I did actually want to transfer some sallies down south here to Hankow, but unfortunately over Hankow is severe storms. So it was a bit of a risk. If there had been like a rail line connecting them both, it would have been easy. But yeah, without that, I don't want to take the risk on losing those, having those off sources. I've got a new headset and it's like so much better at keeping noise out, so I sound like, I don't know, I just feel really conscious the fact that I can hear myself so clearly. Oh, so loudly. Oh, the seaplane cruisers, yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, we could use AVs as well, to be fair. Was it Sanyo Maru? I forget what the actual class is, but the ones where you convert the Kyushus into like AVs, they can operate float planes underway. So yeah, they can act like CSs without being as valuable, which is quite good. Being as valuable in terms of like being able to convert a CS to CVL is quite nice. Short breath. Yes, so what I'm doing instead then is the two squadrons are going to stand down here to rest. Ideally that weather will clear up over at Hankow, so I can transfer them down there potentially. But I'm going to go ahead and take 20% of a squadron and actually bomb Chengdu, and then we can try and see what's on the airfield there. But yep, there we go. So 148 there, disabled. More SARS coming. The jerk is great, man. Thank you very much, Reggie. Much appreciated. Really appreciate it, man. Awesome. There's so many different kind of jerk I didn't even know. So 1 destroyed by 9 disabled, 1 destroyed 4 disabled, so still pretty good. A few damage there, but we know he has low supplies, so that does definitely help. Forcing him to use AA is good, because that uses more supply. 267 there, so 1 destroyed, 19, 15. Looking good, looking good. Reduces his outright AV though, which is pretty cool. Right, here we are. Coming in, no opposition, and that's really good. That's really good, actually. Only 5 sallies there, but okay, so Allied dive bomb is interesting. Float fight is very interesting. Can't imagine those are actually right, but interesting that it's not even flying a cap. I suppose this is how it usually goes. I end up being overly cautious, but then again, it's better to be. The thing is, they're just, I don't know if there's an airfield. Excuse me. I mean, maybe we could drop them, but then it's a pain in the ass to get them back out. So, okay. Not as bad as I thought it would be, actually, so that's actually really encouraging. If this is all that's actually here, then we can go ahead and bomb Chengdu. It might be that we're using 2 squadrons over here then as well to bomb the living hell out of this, and then that would mean that we could just operate out here with impunity. So that's cool. 5 I-15s, 4 Hawk 75s, 2 I-16s, so that's good. Then we were going to be aware, well, we were aware that most of these would probably be I-15s, I-16s. I was just worried that it might have been like the Is it H68? H68? I can't remember. What's the one again now? What's the Flying Tiger designation? H81, that's it. H81. No, this... hello, by the way, there, Arrow. This is against Admiral Dadman. Could you paradrop a non-paratrooper unit? No. You can... technically, you can like transfer you can transfer non-paratroopers to bases, but you must already own that base, and there must be an airfield, I believe. Oh no, I'm playing as a Japanese. I always play Japanese. If I'm not playing Japanese, it's probably not me. It's not cancelled as such. It's just I don't have the time for it at this moment in time. It's not. I suppose you could call it more of a hiatus. I will do it. I will eventually get around to doing it, but with university and just yeah, I don't have a time for anything really. Trying to do the best. I will try to get it to when I can. It's just hard because I'm not in the loop anymore. But THG's aware. I've told him about that. Yeah, me too. I was playing Japan. Yeah, well, this is it. It feels like it could try to make an impactful difference. The leader, Chengdu Air Corridor, can move lots of supply. Well, that's true. That's true. Okay, so this is the second day that we see Catalina. Sorry about the sniffing, by the way. I do have a bit of a cold. So do see Catalina once here again. We did see a few yesterday, actually. So, SB freeze. I'm actually hoping he's remained in position here. Few disabled there. Oh yeah, it's actually quite nice, that arrow. It's actually quite nice. If you head over to the Discord, I'm pretty sure there's a link to it. Okay, there's no Key 44 Tojos this time around. I did actually cancel them. Well, not cancel them, I restricted them to the 0 hex range. The reason being, I kind of felt like this is going to be a trap. In retrospect, it looks like it isn't, but I just can't be sure. I always feel like Dadman's going to throw in some like hurricanes here. See, I believe he absolutely can. I just don't know why he's not. But I decided to march him in combat mode anyway, so it doesn't make much difference. A few SB3s going in there. Yeah, H821 is easy to remember because they're easy to hate. That's true. Okay. Strafen there. Right. So moving from that phase, it seems, into the PM. Set your radio to cool. Right, yeah, you can see the main amount of submarines out there. B5 had 2 attacking. Non-official scenario. I'd like to do a modded scenario one day. Probably it'd be a few years from now, to be fair. Right, that's nice. It's nice to see that we do get more Key 48s. I did set a couple more to actually attack. It's nice to try and hit these guys on the ground. Ideally, this translates into operational losses or loss on the ground. There we go. Keep on hitting them bad boys. It just made me wonder about the viability of like strafing potential with the zeros, but I'm not. I don't know. Strafing is one of those where if he had no AA or little AA, then sure, can definitely go for it. It seems really bright at first, but you kind of get used to it. Yeah, the quadrants are quite helpful. They are quite useful. That's a little touch that we put onto it, really. But yeah, it seems bright at first, but in fairness, it's just because it's different. But it is really good. It is generally quite good, because you can really tell the difference between the terrains. The one I was using before was great, but it was hard to tell what was shallow ocean, which made things harsh. There we are. And I dare say we got through... Yeah, we got through the naval phase without being torpedoed. That's amazing. Right, so we do have the 3 tanker regiments here attacking and Hammy once again today. There we go. Attacking, knife, separate brigade there. Probably going to be pushed out today. Yeah, and they are pushed out. So Hammy has fallen. The ham has been roasted. Is it ham before or after? Ham after, isn't it? It's not ham before, is it? No. The... Yeah. Okay, oh, okay, that's a nice prize. So we destroy 10 SB3s on the grounds, 10 I-16s and 5 I-15s. Well, that's nice of him to leave them there. I guess he was kind of like, yep, they're going to die. Nice, 1,816. So that's a nice bit of VP gain there. I mean, that's 1 victory point per plane, is it, for the engine? So that's quite nice to have. Oh, dear. Well, I mean, this is it. Does he know that we want to attack the Soviet Union? Doubt it. Doubt it. Right, we are attacking again here today. That's quite interesting. There's only the 2 units. I wonder where the other ones went. That's kind of weird. 55 to 5. But we do finally... Oh, no, that's a different base. Sorry, I thought it was this base then for a second. Did they just surrender there? I think one surrendered. Did it? I didn't quite read that. 12 casualties. Ah, yes, one surrendered and one retreated. But there we go, we captured the base. That's quite nice. I thought it was that base for a second then. I think we have an attack there at Jakarta. 35 VP is not bad at all, is it? Right, so Japanese deliberate attack against the 26. It looks like the 26 is finally going to be broken. Or not. They're not far from being. 137, 444. That's looking good on our end. We're not seeing low supply, but we're not far from breaking him here, which is good news. His actual AV's been reduced quite nicely. Right, here we are. Yeah, that's what I was expecting. It's showing a 0 there. There's like a 3, so come on. They should be able to really manage it at this point in time. I want to destroy these units, especially these base forces, so they can't escape. I'm hoping that we finally get it here today, because that'd be nice to get those 2 regiments over to Surabaya. Or I might even have them actually moved over here, actually. Though it depends, really. Come on. It looks like we destroyed a unit there, actually. I think I saw something move there. Why not shock attack? I don't think I need to. Right, 130, 73, 0. Oh, that's loud. Thank you very much. Ondalama. That's a cool name. Lama. Ondalama, not Ondalama. Thank you very much there for the follow. That's much appreciated. Sorry, I'm really confused because I was like trying to find on the screen when it told me about that, but thank you very much. So, 200 there. Okay. Disruption's not helpful. Well, he's almost broken. I'm surprised he's not showing any supply issues. Right, bombarding once again at Surabaya. We do have reinforcements heading to Surabaya. They're going to be arriving shortly. We haven't seen an attack at... Oh... Ichang yet. So, who knows? Maybe there's going to be an attack. Maybe there won't be, but we'll see. If it's not, that's okay. It gives us time to recover. But I don't imagine he would attack because he has low supply. And I can't imagine he's in a great situation regarding disruption and fatigue. We'll see. Right, so 23 there. No unit destroyed this time round, but we are breaking down there. Reinforcements, as I said, are on their way. Okay. So very short turn, relatively. Oh, I am building up that airfield over there in Korea, by the way. I sent 2 divisions out there to actually aid with that. And Shortlands expands fortifications, and Shortlands expands the airfield size at long last. So that's good. In theory, we should be able to run offensive missions from Shortlands, but we're going to be looking towards Rakata Bay, ideally. But we are moving supply down that way. But yeah, we'll take a look at how we could do things. I might look at basing like a smaller squadron at Shortlands just to make sure that he's aware that we can torpedo him. We'll see about that. It's a difficult one because he could come in to bombard, so we'll see. I mean, what I'd like to do is... It'd be nice to pay some at Tulagi, but the issue with Tulagi is, well, then again, I do need to get more supply at Tulagi. We could probably base them at Tulagi. I could shift over the Naval HQ there. It's just been able to get into the position to do it, but we'll be able to do it soon enough. Yes, yes, I'm aware of that. I am aware of that. Okay. It's the game. Let's see. I don't know why it's like that. Save. Yeah, I know. Yeah. That's the annoying thing, obviously. It's like they technically have 0 AV, but AV is like offensive attacking power. Well, offensive value. Well, attack value. But this is it. It's like disabled don't attack. But they can still fight because they would like to survive. So I'll save it here. I find battles with 0 AV hard to really make an accurate assumption. Sorry, assumption. Accurate guess. Yeah, the reason being because there's 0 AV, you don't really know what you're kind of working with because you don't know how many disabled or what state the disabled are really in terms of fatigue disruption. Thank you very much for Iceycrome donated 100. I don't know if you have or whether that's just in that colour, but thank you, I think. I'm going to say thank you because it made me laugh anyway, so there we go. Some of the Philippines still yes. Yes, Mindanao is still US at this moment in time, but we do have division at Cagayan. Hello there. El Gararo. The Garirator. Yes, there is a division at Kagain. I just want to get another division out there, really. Shh. Hey there, Golem. Good to have you. Right, yes. We do have a division over here, the 48th. I'd like to get another division out here. Really. So it looks like another day then we haven't seen the carriers, which is surprising. I do wonder where they are. I feel like they're going to be headed towards Midway. But, it's a toughie. It is a toughie, actually. And we do have a spread of submarines out here as well. I do have submarines heading over this way. We do have another submarine with a float plane now available. So that will be sent down this way too. Yeah, it's surprising, actually. I did kind of feel like he was going to be showing up around this sort of area. But not as of yet seen him. Yeah, Comic Sans is a lot nicer. Like, Japan looks really nice. Like, Horn looks really nice. Yes, exactly. Okay, man. Have a good one. Yeah, it's a tough one, actually. I do wonder where he is. 1697. Calcutta. San Francisco. Yes. Sure, we'll take a look at that. So, quite nice losses here today, then, for him. But I don't imagine he much cares about these. But it's still good to take out, because that means these are squadrons that can't do anything now, because they're kind of dead. But 18, apparently, I-16s, 16 SP3s, 8 I-15s. We lose an Oscar, H6K2L. I don't like losing those guys, because they're quite useful. Babs, Zero's unfortunate. That's an ops. A DC2 there for him. 4-6 for him today. That's quite nice. That's quite a bit of victory points there we just gained. Makes a difference. I don't think there was any ships sunk today. No, none today. None today. Apologies about the cold. Yep, so he hasn't attacked. One unit there, one unit there. Looks like that unit's no longer moving. But yes, really quite happy to see that the resistance at Chengdu is much lighter than predicted. Or feared. Feared probably being the correct word. Does this represent pirate losses? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Let's take a look. Pilots. We had 3 pilots killed in action here today. None missing in action. None wounded in action. But he's actually still our top ace. He's been top ace for a while now. Okay. They another, yeah, so they'll arrive at long last tomorrow, which is good. We could then potentially consider massing a few more, maybe another brigade. Maybe 2 brigades could manage that, but it depends really. I don't think there's a lot in the way of supply, if any supply, but it's always better to be sure we have enough force to overwhelm him. Okay, they'll arrive there tomorrow too. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, that's bad. Whew. It's top pace, man. Top talk. Oh dear. I like that. Okay. They're not moving. Still not seeing the armored fighter vehicles there, but they've still got to be there. Okay. Yeah, I wish. Because I'd get the time off then, but no, probably not. I'd still have to do the work, so that's fine. Hey, to the Ragha. Good to have you. Right, they're gonna move in combat mode. I'm gonna wait until we have the other tank regiment, and then I could probably move in there. Though saying that, I could probably get the 2 tank regiments in there anyway. 34. I say moving them in combat mode here, so it has obviously half their progress. I think I could probably... this is the Admiral Danman one. I think I could probably move the armored units in there. See, it's a turn before he can attack them anyway. And I don't think he probably would attack them, so I think I might go ahead and do that. It's secondary roads, so I think it'd still take a day. So what I could do then is have that one moving movement mode. That one can continue in combat mode. It's secondary road, isn't it? Yeah. So that one continues in combat mode today, and then I should be able to get them both to arrive tomorrow at the same time. That one should then be a 2 days out. Tie units over here, then marching, making progress. Making progress over here, 35. It should start to slow down soon as we do have major road about halfway there. Oh, leaving on a prayer. Right. Colombo. We had some information about. Suddenly I don't get enough information to see whether there's aircraft or ships there. That sort of stuff would be quite nice, but no, alas. Alas. Right. 43 there. Okay. Still seeing the sub here. 2 subs apparently. Are they still loading? How long does it take to load? My god. I know it's a size 1 port, but my god. 300. God damn. Oh no, it's a paratroopers. Okay, so it's about 300 men then. God damn it. Well, it's taken significantly longer than I would have imagined for them to get moving. Annoying. I think it's probably... Excuse me. Yeah, I guess we'll just continue to move then. I consider to have them made to move to 79, but then again I might as well just move them anyway. So, kind of I was wrong. I was wrong in retrospect because I didn't realise it takes so long to load up. Right, he's still moving there, but he's got Jack. Yeah, can I get to that? It says there's purple here, which suggests I can move up there via river movement, but I'm not too sure. I'd have to check that one out, really. Okay. Can you show R&D? I can, my good sir. I think Gary was telling me the other day that we did have some progress with the K83. So looking at 5 and 6 days there now. Oh, we did have the A6M8 actually make... progress, actually. I think I forgot about that. So, yes, it has progressed, which is nice to see. Must have forgot to check on the thing for that. Maybe. If we could move up the river, then we could use barges, I'd imagine. Right, making progress. I'm so sorry about sniffling. Right, yes, we do have a 5. Yes, there we do. We have our 6. Good. Good. I wish these 2s would be converted a little bit more, but now, well, not enough range. Whoops. What the hell happened there? The game decided to tab out for some reason. I don't know why. But the game is back on now. That's kind of weird. And we are back. It's trying to load something. I don't know what it's trying to load. I'm going to save it here. It's strange, like, this computer's, like, this laptop's so much better than anything I've ever had, but yet it has, like, some weird problems. Oh, it's my bloody printer. What's my bloody printer trying to do? Oh, fuck off. Oh, well, we've trimmed off Key 83 production, well, R&D to a degree. The idea was, obviously, we'd have them given so much time, and then the ones that didn't actually make the grade would be then moved over to different forms of R&D. We had a lot more to begin with. Like, we initially didn't have a Key 61, so Key 61 is going to be going to Key 100, and etc. other aircraft as well. So we're just trying to go for as much as we can. We've got some 5s, we've got some 6s, we've got some 4s, there's a few 3s, so we're making progress, which is nice. Key 84 is doing nice. George is also we didn't initially have, I believe as well, so we're just making that progress, really. Oh, so I get short of breath as I'm breathing through my nose like I can't breathe properly. You can use barges in river travel. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. In fairness, if we could get a ship up there, I'd just send like a DD or something, or just some sort of ship that has more range. So Key 44. No. What we will be doing as the main fight. I mean, yes, we'll be using the Key 44, but the main fight is going to be the A6M8, which is what we're going to be going for as the kind of thing to really carry us through for a while. But yeah, obviously we'll make use of the Key 44 too. Okay. Right, so they're making progress. They'll begin moving now, which is good. Huh. No, I'm not planning to raid the CVs. The CVs must remain where they are. We're moving our assets down here towards the Marsh Islands. They're then going to be moved back north, the actual combat assets, to bombard Wake. We do want to make landing soon, but we do have a couple days, not many days, but a couple days to get a couple bombardments in. But I do have to stress not many days. I do want to land here soon, very, very soon. But while we have assets that can be protected, it makes sense to do so. I know there's something in this area which makes things awkward. We might have to take a roundabout way here, perhaps. We'll see. I expect them to make a bit of progress. This is just simply that slow. The division's half over here and half over here. Oh, there we go. The APD's actually merged in there, which is why they're showing up like that. It's kind of funny. So we'll set them there, then retirement allowed to anyone talk. There we are. That's pretty cool. Which one is a J2M3? I'm not familiar with that one. Excuse me. Yeah, so we're going to be picking up the rest of the division over here. Right, it's complain about true capacity. So I might have to shift them, sorry. I didn't energy. What up, my man? So there's only 18 engineers there. I imagine, is that now because no? Yeah, probably have to shift them. But, what's the stacking capacity? What's the stacking limit here? 6,000. What's the issues for stacking limit again? I think it's obviously increased supply usage, isn't it? Could probably manage that for the time being. What I'd like to do is actually have it broken up into detachments. So what I might do is move a detachment to each island or something to spread that out. Or else to get them loaded back on board ships. I just want to have them shifted from New Talk down here to where they're safer. How far do I want to expand in the south? I'd like to get New Caledonia. Obviously these islands here... but nice to grab these islands. I don't know, as far as it goes... Ooh... Antarctica, yes. As far as it goes, that is what I'd like to have. And I expect to be able to take this. Beyond there, it does become a little bit harder. These islands could possibly be managed if I have this, but it does get difficult. Oh, excuse me. It can overstack. I mean, there are penalties. If we destroy all those guys, then maybe. Yeah. Oh dear. He transferred the base to American Command. I think that allows him to actually transfer American aircraft over there. I can't recall which one it is exactly, or what the reason is for exactly doing it, but I think it is one of those reasons there, hence mentioned. Now, what do we see over here then? 2 DDs, apparently. Excuse me. Yeah, but just if I abandon the Wake operation, then the Wake operation gets sunk, and then we're like kind of back to square fucking shit one. You know what I mean? We still have time to move out of these areas. It'll be more difficult because we don't have a landing bonus, but it'll be what it'll be. Oh, right, okay. That's cool. Now, when we get the chance, we'll move them. We're just gonna be able to do that soon. Yes, wouldn't that be nice, Roach? That's a cool name, by the way. Rojo. Okay. This morning Cape Town in Canada. Cool. I know I'd rather be... Canada's not too bad, but I guess Cape Town's warmer. Okay. Oh, good, they'll finally arrive then next turn. That's cool. Oh, possibly next turn. Yeah, so it's interesting seeing the Catalinas. Actually, let's go ahead and check on that. I don't think we saw a lot of the Catalinas, which is actually interesting. I don't think I've played PTO2, actually. I don't think I've heard of that one, actually. No, I did expect to see his cars at some point, at least at some lanes. It does make me wonder where he's headed. It seems as if he's headed to the Aleutians, but even then we do have search up in this area. He's probably headed to Midway. He might be... But even then, there's search out here in Marcus. I don't know, it's a hard one there. Hard. I could probably do with having these submarines on this side. Possibly here or here. It's hard to say, really. I like to give them in a semi-random area. Well, not random, but in an area around here, just because we do have the opportunity then to possibly pick up on surface attacks. Right. After the fall of Java, they're going to go to Mindanao. So after Java, they'll go to Mindanao. We'll conquer Mindanao then. I do need to take all these bases here, so I do need to get assets moving for that. Especially as he's running detection, so we do need to get that really underway immediately, frankly. I mean, Java's not far from falling, which is good. So there's only one more base here on mainland Java. The good news is we can get to that pretty quick. So destroyed that unit there, push out back to that base there, then that's good. Just need to save that base then. But after that, it's just sort of there's of course these units over here, but what I'm going to do is have the rest of the men head back over there to Bandawang, and then we'll have to deal with Bandawang. So sorry. See you later, Gary. Have a good one, my man. Have a good one. But that planning's building up, which is quite nice. Also get the additional AV moving down here. Not been that long, really. No. I was talking about 2 divisions for Mindanao. 2 divisions for Mindanao. 4 would be more than overkill. 4 sure in Luzon, but not Mindanao. I do have a division there at Cagayan. And a 2nd division does make it viable. But what I'm going to do then, because we do have the BB Haruna over this way, is I'm going to have her... I'm going to sneeze. Okay. Yes, BB Haruna, because she's actually over here, I would like to have her sent out to KB. But as I do not know exactly where it carries out right now, I don't quite want to have her sent out to the Pacific. We can, of course, move her towards that area. We're just going to have to take her more roundabout way. But I thought, you know, while she's in the area, we might as well use her to bombard. And there was something that did come up as a bit of a worry, is the possibility of him using Wenkao to refuel or rearm any sort of deep raid. So what I like to do is bombard Wenkao and just really render that a non-issue, really. Right. They're moving out. So we do have our units in position here, which is good. So they can go into a shock attack. There we are. Again, sorry. So see, 4 units over here then, so it looks like a core plus 3 other units. Right. I'm surprised that he held on there. But we can attack again. Do you plan to use the China Road as a main oil road? I mean, we can to a degree, but in fairness, we will have the ability to move fuel and oil. Oil mainly. Without having to do that. I mean, we could do that passively to a degree. Obviously, there's an active way to do it through China. But in fairness, we have those tankers. It's easier to do it via the tankers as this moment, but in the future we might have to rely upon that. We'll use both, I guess. Both, but more so one, but more so both. Okay. So we're 1,000 here today, which is good. Well, that's it, yeah. I could do both. But we do have a pretty good system for getting actual tankers back to the homelands, which is good, and obviously other ships carrying resources. So yeah, they can continue to recover there. Keep bombing him. Thunderstorms over Hankow, not great. Overcast there. Right. Excuse me. I do wonder where those the key for he's got to. No auto convoy. We have oil and etc. moving back. Quite a lot. Well, mostly fuel, not so much oil, but fuel. Kind of how it works is, well, I'll show this for aero. What we have here then is, let's see, it's not this position, not this base as of yet. Where are they? Well, there's one group over here. So we have a number of Jakes along the way. So these guys are 70 SW and increasing. So they cover this area. We then have another group of Jakes there, another group of Jakes there, here, here as well. Not there as of this moment in time. There. We're still setting it up, but essentially what we want to do then is have them move completely under ASW air umbrella, just as much, entirely, the entire way if we can manage it, really. We do have assets moving back to the homeland. Ah, yes. So it's 95,000 fuel over here. So that's coming out of Palembang and heading back to Japan. Council supply here as well, of course. But yes, that's carrying a lot of fuel there. I'm taking them in a more roundabout way to try and get them out. That's 18,000k supply there. Sorry, 18,000 supply. Oh, don't worry, Aero. We have a lot of Jakes. Let's see. Yes, we produce 90 Jakes a month at the moment. Yeah, there's a lot of Jakes. There is a upgrade to the Jake later on, but that's a long while away. I think it's a 20mm cannon, actually. Ooh, Helson going in there. Good to have you, Bill, mate. Do check out Helson Strat on YouTube, by the way. He's a fellow content creator. Definitely recommend checking him out. Well, I mean, this is it. They can cause damage. They're not as likely to kill, but yes, they can cause damage. As they increase in ASW experience, we're hoping that they'll start launching more attacks. But the thing is, we will have other aircraft that can go into these sorts of missions, so it's one of those of the Jake is a really good platform. It's really nice. It works well for our engine productions, because we'll be switching away from the 35 in the future. The Jake, it's good. It has good range. Sure doesn't have the biggest bomb load, but they're really good. They're still pretty damn good. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is why we have a big training operation. There we are. I use Sallies and Hellas to kill them. Well, this is it, yeah, something with a bigger bomb load. There are other options, and we will still have those other options, so when we get things set up, then we can start looking towards that. But yeah, harassing them keeps them from killing as well, which is good. Indeed. Do you do research? Yes. We do have R&D. I'll show it again. I'll scroll. Sorry. We've not lost a huge amount. I think we've had 260 KIA. A lot of those went down to the carriers, really. It's not been tremendous losses, in fairness. Not that. Yeah, 260, 91 in action, 61 bits in action. Not tremendous losses, really. We lost most of them on the carriers, but yeah, not bad, not bad. We got the Helen 2A, I think it is, that we'll be using. Yeah. Okay. So we have a couple of divisions arrived now. Good. They can head south, Nanchang. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, this is it. It's like, they're not as likely to do like a one knockout blow. But over time, they can really cause a lot of problems. The bad's okay, but this is it. It's so late. There will be other aircraft by that point anyway. Okay. Right, so they're going to head south. Yeah. How long before V0 with the armor? Well, we'll get the A6M8, I'd imagine, by the end of the year in production, I'd imagine. There we are. th Division takes places from Wuchang, that's good. Well, we knew the President Coolidge was alive. I mean, we hit her with one torpedo. It would have been nice if hit her with 2 or 3 or 6. Wellington. So he's been on a Wellington there, not too surprising. We checked on radio earlier on. Yeah, I mean, this is it. There are options for ASW, which is nice. Right. So, I did have additional units arrive here today, which is good. Don't really need it on, but it's worthwhile having. So we do have a third headquarters join us over here now, which is good. It does help to increase the support for the units here, which is very nice. How are we looking, by the way? 9, 14, 8, 12. 2000 AV. Supplies there, which is good. So, and we do have some armor. Not much, but we have a 5th Tank Regiment currently. Yeah, I know, right. Right, okay. So I think what I will do then is go ahead and order a deliberate attack. Ideally, I don't imagine losses are going to be huge or anything like that. There will be losses, but I can't imagine it being anything huge. What I will do, though, is have the weaker units actually not partake. I think as well... Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to have these guys continue to wait. They're good units. Issue is they're not the biggest units, so they can take a lot of damage by being smaller. 100 AV. We tried bombing Kianko turn before we had them shot down. We bombed Chengdu today and we met success. I'd like to go ahead and bomb Kianko, so I might set it up to bomb Kianko this turn, but then I might as well go ahead and potentially bomb Chengdu. We have some options there, which is nice. I hope not G. Just my nose does a tap at the moment. I'm not too sure if I want to have the 36th Division participate. They've got 100 AV, but I remember what happened to the division in Luzon. Excuse me. I don't know. I mean, we can attack. I mean, I'll have a think on that one. I think we're in a position to where we can attack, because then we can actually reduce his modifications. I don't think we're going to overwhelm him, which is why I'm probably favouring attack, but we could always have a think of over that. Alright, there is not a rush per se. I mean, we do have a good position where we can keep bombarding him and bombing him shortly. But then again, it's one of those, isn't it? Don't allow him the time to recover. We'll see. Yeah, we'll also get... Well, I mean, this is it. We'll try and get China... I mean, this is it. We've got to do China before we do anything else, so... We must discuss that at a later date, really. That was a nice win there. It's good to take out those aircraft. Bloody well good to take those boys out. I do have units move down this way too. Ah, that's unfortunate. It's going to take them a while, but I will. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're going all the way up here to Gashgar. Yeah, so China's looking good. Looks like we'll be... Yeah, I'll be across there tomorrow. Ideally, they make it. It's only 317 AV. Ideally, they make it, but they've been battered too. Right, I want to take that hex side, really. What we're looking at. Oh, 4,800 men's not bad, actually. What I've got to say is essentially, like, there's no India, there's no Soviet Union, there's no anything else until we actually do get China, so we'll see about that. But we'll conquer all of Burma. Whether I take Akyab, I guess I might take Akyab. But yeah, I don't really have plans of moving much deeper as such. But it doesn't mean that we can't take those bases to give the impression that we are going to move deep. But we'll see. See you later there, G. Have a good one, my man. Thank you very much for the jerky. Okay. So I laid a couple additional mines on ACM that's moved out here. So there's 36 mines now on an ACM. But it's technically two minefields, which is nice. I'd like to lay another minefield there one day. It's a size 3 airfield. It's good, but we do have other airfields here as well. Let's take it as it goes. Not much else that can be said about that one, really. Alright, they're going to be there tomorrow. Oh, I thought they would have been loaded up by now, but they're not yet. But they're going to be moving out very shortly. Right, making that progress. I'm flying in Southern Army over here. At least then I can actually benefit from them. And it's nice to have a support there too. So they're not long before they arrive. Right now they're marching to Paoshan. The thing is there, just, it's like, he's not likely to do that, sure he can, but there's other large air bases out here as well that are better protected. It's like, why establish an airfield directly on the doorstep where it can be hit or destroyed? Very different games. So I do have unloaded fuel. Yep, okay. So they're carrying 32,000 units of fuel. I'm going to have that head back to... Well, I do have a number of units over here at Victoria Point that I do need to pick up, like armor and some AA, so they can head down there. Yeah, these units will be spread out a little bit. Spread out kind of in this area. I'd like to have one or two just in a couple places, just because it's worthwhile to have. In case it goes low, they can cause some good damage. Yeah, no, Joss. We'll take it, man. We'll take it. You're like a dog with a bone, man. You're like a dog with a bone. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Don't worry about it. We're just going to do other things first. Okay. Now, I am finding it a little bit hard to breathe at the moment with all the cold, as I can't talk that much at the moment in time. My nose is like a tap. So I'm going to go ahead and call it to a close here. So thank you very much for watching there, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Also, we'll get through this and enjoy another turn shortly enough. Obviously, there will be updates. It's always a good idea to join the Discord. That's where you can have a active role in how the game turns out, really, and obviously ask questions. So thank you very much for watching. Sayonara. Well, sayonara. Mata. I forgot what it is for now. I forget what it is for tomorrow. Is it Mata Ashta? Mata Ashta? Matinee. I guess matinee will work fine at this point. Yeah, Mata Ashta. Yeah. So, Mata Ashta. Sayonara. Indeed. Hi. Goodbye for now.